What the... Oh, you did not just try and run a trace on me. All right. What? Oh, yeah, hold on a sec. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? What are you using? All right, yeah. Just 1 minute. No, nothing to worry about. Just a harmless email, not a self-replicating embed. Huh? Tango? You came to the wrong place for dance lessons. Yeah, I forgot. What? Oh, yeah, sorry. The name's Mitnick. I'm in charge of computer systems. I've been following your progress on the cameras. Handled yourself pretty well with all of the Yeah, he knows why you're here. The Croys must be pissed. But I hope you're not... His room is just down the hall. You'll probably find... Go ahead. His room is just down the hall. Go ahead. What, the Warrens? Not much to tell. Just a bunch of us living down here, trying to... There's more of us than you'd think. They're around. Go ahead. Me? Like I said, I'm the resident tech head. Keep this place wired to the out... Nothing. Forget. I'm trying to add a few more network hubs in the city so we're covered in case of emergency. But Gary... Yeah, you do that? Man, that would really... I need a little time to set things up. Technical... Me? Before all this, I was a hacker. Good one, too. There wasn't a system I couldn't crack. Telco. One day I ran across this system. Oh, totally dark. Unbelievable security. It was, Nosferatu database. Not even a really important one either. Which was probably the only... Are you kidding? I love this shit. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna win any beauty con... Go ahead. His room is...
I can't believe she got the cover of Glamourella this month. I mean, just look at her. Too fat, big teeth, and her complexion. I mean, like anyone ever knew who Tawny Sessions was before I left the scene, she'd still be a fluff girl at Vivisection. What? Oh, no, you've got to be kidding! You're a Malkavian? Gary actually lets you guys in here? My day just went from Tawny Sessions is a wannabe face girl with no talent whatsoever and scabby little knees. Do you know? Oh, right. You probably don't recognize me with this whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing I've got going on. Before this neat little makeover, I used to be a model. I was all over the place. TV, magazines, billboards. I mean, I was... Nosferatu have a sixth sense of humor. Sometimes they feel that... Well, I had just won Guy Magazine's The Most Ridiculously Hot Chick in the Known Universe Award. And when I came... Yeah, the lesson is, Life is a cold-hearted bitch, so... I don't want to kill her. That's too quick and painless. I want to ruin her name in the business for good. Gary says that everyone has to lay low until this thing with the prince cools down. Until then, I'm stuck here. I have some wireless cameras that I need you to set up in her apartment. One in her bedroom, one in her bathroom, and one in her kitchen. Once the cameras are in place, you'll need to hook them up to the network. Log into... Who cares? Sex, drugs, bad hygiene. Everyone gets a little dirty when the... Look, I'll definitely make it worth your while if you do it right. But listen, I don't want... You will? Great. Here are the cameras. She lives in Hollywood, an apartment building right across from the Lucky Star Motel. I had someone here dig up a spare key to her apartment for me. Take that, too. Sure, whatever. Nosferatu have a sixth sense. Sure. His room is just down the hall. Sure, whatever. Well, hurry up! If I see her picture on one more magazine...
By the clack-smack cracking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. I don't remember seeing you on the guest list for the dinner party. We're having a wrap party for the Misfits, about 40 years late. Cast and crew only, boss. Maybe I'm in your head. Uh-oh. Maybe I killed the voice in your head, boss. Tell me, the voice in your head, why are you... Think carefully. Who... You lost, boss? I'll show you the cards I've... You may be onto something, boss. Or maybe you're still talking to yourself. Insanity isn't given enough credit. The insane... I'm over here, boss. Wait, maybe I'm over here. Or maybe I'm behind you with a hatchet in my hand. Or did you ever stop to think? I don't know, boss. You don't say. Wake up, boss. Who do you think you're dealing with? Why else would look... You should have got here sooner. I like to discuss business face to face. Are you sure, boss? You don't want... Careful what you wish for. Behind you, boss. Boo! What? You don't recognize me from the pictures? Gorgeous Gary Golden? Don't tell me you missed Pirate Town or Tap Ho. Where did it go? Oh, my hero. Had it not been for that damn Shamisi, I know where your prince's prize is. There's very little that doesn't leak down into this place. The Kuei Jin are vampires, but not like kindred, sometimes known as the vampires of the East. Even for old Гэри, there ain't much more to tell. You see, I sent an agent, Barabbas, to... Gee, that's original. You think that up all by yourself? You up for a little trip to Chinatown? You're in no danger there. Me. The Golden Temple in Chinatown. It's a piss-poor copy of a real place. Looks like it'd be more at home in a theme park. Sounds dangerous? No, this ain't a suicide mission, boss. You'll be more of a curiosity than a threat. Talk to Zhao, ask her where my boy is, and get him back once... Let's see what I got. Use your head and your eyes. Chinatown's more liable to... Not that I know of. It's like the... Let's see. Use your head. Forget it, boss. Let's see. Use your head and your eyes. Of course. What kind of a monster do you take me for? There is a method to my...
Evening. Exceptional. Come by and... Certainly.
Souls draped in
Evening.
tatters and father
Here.
dances.
And thanks again for your help earlier.
Dark.
And remember what I told you.
Hey, who's there?
Going somewhere?
Money, right? Been a while. Your money's been piling up. Here, that should provide for an interesting evening.
Slasher as a suspect. Tourists attempting to pay their respects at actress Ginger Swan's grave at the Hollywood Eternal Cemetery were shocked to discover the grave of the former sex symbol had been vandalized. The star was entombed in the Hollywood Eternal Mausoleum after her death in 1964. Nothing was stolen from the crypt, but estimates put the damage at over $1,000. Concerned parent groups joined several senators on the step of Capitol Hill to protest the latest wave of violent video games. Senator Limperman called the games pornography and was offended by crude shots taken at him by one recent game. Among the titles the group is trying to get banned from stores are Mangelgarten, Rape and Pillage, and Abe Lincoln Teaches Killing. Protesters say that extended media attention towards exploitive games such as Meth Tycoon promotes parental awareness of their adult content and lessens children's interest in the taboo-themed games. Religious tourists have been flocking in droves to the Santa Maria Church in Santiago, Spain, after several pilgrims claim to have seen statues of the Madonna begin crying blood. The site dates back to the period of the Romans and has several reported
veins are so dry.
its history.
I'm a desert
One
rose.
pilgrim reported that they witnessed blood coming from no less than 6 statues at
Moving
around
on.
sunset.
Line 4,
and
what's
that
keeping
the
you up
courtyard
tonight?
felt full of sadness.
Thank you.
Skeptics have been quick to point out that this phenomenon has been debunked, and witnesses are no more
I
credible
feel so
than
much
those
better.
that report UFOs. Freak sandstorm
What's the
activity is
word,
thought to be
Gomez?
responsible for the destruction of 2 Navy fighter jets. The jets were
Master?
trying to take control over the Persian
don't
Gulf
doubt.
when they disappeared off of radars. A transcript of a final radio exchange between the pilots mentioned wind conditions picking up and skies becoming so thick with sand that the sun was being blocked. Shortly after this exchange, there was a garbled shout by the co-pilot and finally radio silence. Military officials have dispatched several units to the area to search for the crew and the missing aircraft. The names of the pilots are being withheld until their status can be confirmed. The Southland slasher struck again, this time in downtown Los Angeles. The body of Sean Milton, a former convict that was recently released for good behavior, was found butchered, similarly to the other victims of the serial killer. Police believe there may be a connection between Milton's prison past and the slasher. We'll have a full report on this story
Anything
later
else that
tonight.
you've turned up
Simon
lately?
Milligan, host of local cable show Haunted LA, and his crew are reported missing tonight. The team of the popular supernatural-themed program were filming around downtown Los Angeles, according to the show's producer. But friends and family of the crew started to worry when they failed to return from a night of shooting. No trace has
you,
been
Gomez.
found yet of
I
the
hate
Haunted
to
LA
interrupt
team,
this
and
mentally
rumors by the
stimulating
show's fans
conversation,
speculate the crew
but the
met a
people who keep me
supernatural end.
chained to the
Though though police disagree and have started a sweep of the areas where the crew was filmed. Another victim of the Southland slasher was found inside the Lucky Star Motel in Hollywood this evening, the fifth attributed to the killer. Police say that there is ample evidence that the slasher was interrupted during the murder, and police are asking anyone who might have witnessed the events to aid them in their capture of the killer. Another murder in Hollywood tonight at an adult bookstore. A peep show dancer was killed in the basement of the store, and investigators are still trying to put the pieces together since no one present saw or heard anything. It is unknown at this time what the motives were, but the police are ruling out the Southland slasher as a suspect. Tourists attempting to pay their respects at actress Ginger Swan's grave at the Hollywood Eternal Cemetery were shocked to discover the grave of the former sex symbol had been vandalized. The star was entombed in the Hollywood Eternal Mausoleum after her death in 1964. Nothing was stolen from the crypt, but estimates put the damage at over $1,000. Concerned parent groups joined several senators on the step of Capitol Hill to protest the latest wave of violent video games. Senator Limperman called the games pornography and was offended by crude shots taken at him by one recent game. Among the titles the group is trying to get banned from stores are Mangle Garden, Rape and Pillage, and Abe Lincoln.
Baby girl.
Where to? I'm glad you're here. I've heard you've been up to quite a bit lately. Very interesting. I'm looking for a data CD. It was lost down there, supposedly. Find it for me and I'll... Great, great. Go to the Warrens, then find...
Hotel Foxtrot.
Ah, excellent. Now listen up, fledgling. You might want... What do you need?
Like what?
All you walk willingly to the eternal feast of the guilty! Hurry! Lead to the apocalypse!
Something else you need?
Hey, what's up? Aw, man, thanks again for your help.
Good evening. Hello, sweetheart. I did get word from the prince.
Oh, let me tell her.
Be my guest. Therese has officially sided with the Camarilla. Could be a prince one day. Good evening. Hello.
Professor Anders Johansson, the archaeologist responsible for the discovery of the Incarn sarcophagus, issued a brief statement today, imploring the parties responsible for the Incarn sarcophagus's robbery to return the relic, saying that it is a valuable piece of human history that rightfully belongs to the entire world. Johansson went on to add, "This theft is not just from the museum, but from all of mankind." Johansson, a professor of archaeology at the University of Oslo, is in town to speak to his peers about his recent dig in Turkey and coordinate examination of the artifacts found at the Incarn site, including the sarcophagus. Freak sandstorm activity is thought to be responsible for the destruction of 2 Navy fighter jets. The jets were returning from a patrol over the Persian Gulf when they disappeared off of radars. A transcript of a final radio exchange between the pilots mentioned wind conditions picking up and skies becoming so thick with sand that the sun was being blocked. Shortly after this exchange, there was a garbled shout by the co-pilot and finally radio silence. Military officials have dispatched several units to the area to search for the crew and the missing aircraft. The names of the pilots are being withheld until their status can be confirmed. The Southland slasher struck again, this time in downtown Los Angeles. The body of Sean Milton, a former convict that was recently released for good behavior, was found butchered, similarly to the other victims of the serial killer. Police believe there may be a connection between Milton's prison past and the slasher. We'll have a full report on this story later tonight. Simon Milligan, host of local cable show Haunted LA, and his crew are reported missing tonight. The team of the popular Supernatural themed program were filming around downtown Los Angeles, according to the show's producer. But friends and family of the crew started to worry when they failed to return from a night of shooting. No trace has been found of the Haunted LA team, and rumors by the show's fans speculate the crew met a Police are now confirming that they suspect foul play in the disappearance of the Elizabeth Danes crew. There is evidence
Picked up
that
a
suggests
Spaz
the
15
crew
this
or
morning.
several members
Cleaned,
of the crew
oiled.
were slain, though no names are being released at the moment. One piece in the Elizabeth Danes cargo was revealed as the Incarn sarcophagus. Discovered at a dig in Turkey, the sarcophagus was on its way to the Los Angeles Museum of Natural History for a detailed analysis and exhibition. Authorities are expected to release the sarcophagus to the museum in the next few days. Freak sandstorm activity is thought to be responsible for the destruction of 2 Navy fighter jets. The jets were returning from a patrol over the Persian Gulf when they disappeared off of radars. A transcript of a final radio exchange between the pilots mentioned wind conditions picking up and skies becoming so thick with sand that the sun was being blocked. Shortly after this exchange, there was a garbled shout by the co-pilot and finally radio silence. Military officials have dispatched several units to the area to search for the crew and the missing aircraft. The names of the pilots are being withheld until their status can be confirmed. The Southland slasher struck again, this time in downtown Los Angeles. The body of Sean Milton, a former convict that was recently released for good behavior, was found butchered, similarly to the other victims of the serial killer. Police believe there may be a connection between Milton's prison past and the slasher. We'll have a full report on this story later tonight. Simon Milligan, host of local cable show
Took a trip to see a friend of mine. He's a quartermaster down at a police station in OC.
Popular supernatural themed program we're filming around downtown Los Angeles, according to the show's producer. But friends
Anything
and
I
family
can
of the crew started to worry when
concerning?
they returned from a night of shooting. No traces
Cemetery runoff congealing.
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of resources.
The crew met a supernatural end, though police disagree and have started a sweep of the areas where the crew was filming.